Have you ever felt like you're walking through a thick fog where your own worries and fears seem to swallow up all the light? Imagine a village nestled high in the mountains, so shrouded in mist that its people relied on a special kind of magic. Every night, they would carry glowing lanterns, not just to see the path ahead, but to keep the nightmares, the very spirits of the fog, at bay. These weren't just ordinary lanterns. They were vessels of hope, each one a tiny, defiant star against the encroaching darkness. For generations, this tradition kept the village safe, a small island of warmth and light in a sea of grey. But one night, a new kind of fear slithered into their lives. The air grew colder, the fog thickened into an inky blackness, and a silence fell over the villagers' silence so profound it felt like the world was holding its breath. Then it appeared, a colossal shadow darker than the moonless sky, with an abyss for a mouth. The villagers called it the Lantern Eater. One by one, it began to swallow the lanterns, not breaking them, but inhaling their light, leaving behind nothing but cold, dark glass and even colder fear. The streets, once a comforting tapestry of golden glows, were plunged into absolute darkness. Panic spread like wildfire. People hid in their homes, their hope extinguished as quickly as their flames. The village elders debated what to do. The strongest warriors suggested fighting it. But how do you fight a shadow? Others proposed creating a single giant lantern, a beacon so bright the monster couldn't possibly consume it. But amidst all the fear and confusion, one young girl, Nira, felt something different. She wasn't a warrior or a great thinker. She was just a girl who loved her village and couldn't stand to see its light fade. While everyone else was paralyzed by fear, Nira noticed something they had missed. After the creature swallowed a light, it would let out a soft, almost mournful sigh, a sound lost in the villagers' panicked cries. It wasn't a roar of triumph, it sounded like loneliness. With her heart pounding but her resolve firm, Nira did the unthinkable. She lit her own small lantern, its gentle glow feeling fragile against the overwhelming dark, and she stepped out of her home. She didn't march towards the monster to fight it. She followed it. She trailed the great shadow as it moved silently through the deserted streets and into the ancient fog-drenched woods that bordered the village. The further she went, the colder and darker it became. But she kept her small lantern held high, a beacon for her own courage. She followed the soft, sorrowful sighs until she found the creature curled up in a clearing, a being made of pure living shadow. As she drew closer, Nira could see it wasn't a monster of malice. It was a being of profound sadness. It was trapped in a permanent, personal night, and the lanterns it swallowed weren't food. They were fleeting moments of warmth. A brief memory of light it couldn't create on its own. It wasn't hungry for light. It was starving for connection. Seeing this, Nira's fear melted away, replaced by a wave of empathy. She walked right up to the great shadow, and instead of running or hiding her light, she offered it. She held out her lantern. "You don't have to take it," she whispered. "Let's share it." The creature recoiled at first, surprised, but then it slowly leaned in, not to consume the flame, but to feel its warmth. Nira didn't let go. She simply held it there, sharing her tiny flicker of hope. And then a miracle happened. A soft, gentle light began to pulse from within the creature's shadowy form. It wasn't the stolen light of the lanterns. It was its own. Nira's small, shared flame had ignited something inside the lonely being. The darkness didn't vanish, but it was no longer absolute. It was now a deep twilight, illuminated from within by a gentle, glowing heart. The creature, once the lantern eater, was transformed. It followed Nira back to the village, no longer a spectre of fear, but a guardian. It didn't need to swallow their lights anymore because it now had its own fat. Its gentle, internal glow helped push back the fog even more effectively than the lanterns ever had. It became the village's protector, a living testament to Nira's discovery. The story teaches us something beautiful. Sometimes the darkness we fear isn't an enemy to be fought, but a loneliness that needs a friend. Light isn't a resource that diminishes when given away. In fact, true light, the light of hope and compassion, is multiplied every single time it's shared. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this story with me. If it brightened your day in any way, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more tales that find the light in the dark. See you next time.